Okay, well, we're waiting for the inside of that hopper car to dry. We can do a little more weathering here on some parts we're going to use. Um, if you want to do some of the reinforcing, like the angle that we made earlier on your hopper car, or some of the metal strips that were used to reinforce the car, from this point out, I like to try to get things painted before I put them on the car. There's always some touch-up I have to do on them, but if the majority of them is painted, it just saves me the trouble of painting on a finished car, risking getting some of the weathering of the steel onto the weathering of the wood. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to using my Vallejo 3 colors here that we used earlier, and again do the same thing, just put out some colors, and we'll just use that same cosmetic sponge that we used earlier on the side panel, and we're just going to go ahead and just pre-weather up these strips. Now you only have to do the sides that are visible, of course. What I've got here is I've got the angle that we made out of the 10,000 by 125,000 styrene. I've got just a plain piece of the 10,000 by 125,000 styrene that same one we use here. It's just a flat piece. Then I've cut a piece of the black 10,000 styrene, and this is 0.145 wide, and then this one's just a 1/4 inch wide piece of the styrene, and just randomly weather these up so we can use them later on the model for some patches and different things. And so I'm just going to take it like the angle here. We'll start with the angle, and I'm just going to lay it on my board here. That we can take that same cosmetic sponge we used, just tear off the piece that we were last used when we let it dry, and now we're just got a fresh edge, and we're just going to do the same thing. Just mix up some color, and we're just going to go along this angle here, and again, just get some color, and just make sure that when you're doing this that you also flip it over and get these inside edges here that you're going to see. So what I do is I just stick it on the tip of the V there, and I just kind of go along. Don't have to get down inside of there where the glue is going to be. Doesn't matter if you get a little bit in there, but we just want to make sure that those edges get done. And then we're going to flip it over. I'm just going to come back and just same way we put a little bit of color on, let it dry, and put a little bit of color on. We just quickly move across it, and do that for every single piece until you've got them completely covered with rust like we did for the door panels there.